Zoe and Pop, I'm back. All right, we did Batman. We're gonna do some more Batman. We'll try to get some different up here though. So let's see. Boy, 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 boy. Where did we start? Give me some good books here. All right. We're waiting for the computer to kick in. That way, I did a couple of videos. I got new subscribers. I want to make sure I return the favor. So we're waiting for the computer to load. But in the meantime, we're going to do some Batman books. All right. All right. We got Batman and no, this is the Joker 80th anniversary 100-page spectacular. All right, that's pretty cool. That's, that goes into the Batman box. Do 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 do. Yeah, definitely a one shot. Batman. All right, let's take a look. Did it go in? Yes, it did. All right, I did it right. I wanted to make sure I did that right. So again, we got the Joker, the 80th anniversary issue. All right, let's go with the Long Halloween, number 13. So we're gonna see what that's been going for. Do, 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 do. Someday my computer might actually turn back on, but all right, got that. All right, that's done. Here's number 12. We got that one. All right. Bingo. 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 What's his name? Oh. All right. We got that done. We got number 11. All right. Look. Right, there it is. Number 10. Ba, 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 red. 13. Number 8. Number 7. No, that's not it. Let's try that one again. I punched in the Batman book there, The Long Halloween, and come up with a Justice League book. Yeah, that's not it. I guess each one of them has something wrong. No perfect match. This is, I took the picture, and this is what comes up. That's not The Long Halloween. Last I checked, I could be wrong. All right, we'll try a different book. Number 6. All right. All right, that one's there. All right, number 5. Let's take a look. Yep. All right, that one's there. The only one that was missing was the Riddler cover. All right. All right, number 4. Yep, and number 4 is not there. We'll try it manually, see what that does for me. Hold on. All right, let's take a look. Found it manually. If you punch it in manually, you find it. All right. Beckett, what's up, Beckett? How are you today? Got that one. Got that one. Don't mind me. I'm like looking through this thing to make sure I don't make mistakes. Where are you from, Beckett? All right, the next one is number 3. So we got number 3 sitting there. Joker looking cool. I got number one. Number one. I much prefer to take the picture of it because this is, all right, a little frustrating there. All right, now we got Flashpoint, number one. How's the weather in Montana? We got that one right there. It just suddenly got cool here thanks to a nice rainstorm. Oh, thank you for the likes. Thank you for the likes. Lucky, what's up? Lucky Kumar. No, they're comic books, my comic book collection. I've been trying desperately to find an app that I was comfortable with using. And I'm hoping this one does the job. So we're hoping. All right, we got the Flashpoint number one there. So let's see. Now we're going to do something different. All right, what do we got? We cannot go wrong with these. So, put that there. Ooh. I don't know if they're going to be in the database. All right, Superman, son of Kal-El. Number one was on. It is going. How about you? That's Evan Huff. How are you? I am from New Jersey. Where are you guys from? Don't hesitate, man. Put your location up there. It's kind of cool to see all the different people that you meet on this. I used to get this guy when I used to live stream a couple of years ago, was from the Netherlands. I forget his name. He was a really nice guy, big into wrestling. And then there was Texas Hockey Cards. He used to always show up. He had a lot to say. Why? Oh, now we got something going here. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we got Montana covered, Wyoming covered. I'm from Jersey. So I think that's pretty cool. One guy, I forget, there's Titus. Let's not forget Titus. He's in Japan. Wayne is in Australia. Wayne used to show up a lot. I think it's kind of cool that you could talk to that many people from all over the place. Oh, wrong box. That's a Superman book. All right. We got Superman. We did some of them last night, so we got more here. Catwoman is 65. So that's a pretty cool cover. My recommendation is Batman. Everything else outside of that might be a little monotonous because you could pick up an issue of Batman and start right from there without having to go backwards because Batman can do that. Won't cost you a lot. We got one from India. Lucky Kumar, how are you? Let's see. Oh boy. Batman is a variant from Volume 3 for issue 64. I laugh at some of the videos I see where people go, the best jumping on point to, if you want to get into comics, and they pull up some of the most expensive books that you could think of for a jumping on point. And that's not the way you do it. I go with affordable. One guy did a video on jumping on point for the X-Men, and he come up with Giant Size X-Men #1. And they're like, who in their right mind that is not in the hobby is going to go out and buy that book to start with? My favorite comic is Batman. 3. All right, there you go. I got to dig for this cover now. I'm going to guess it's over here somewhere. Not too bad. Not too bad. What is your favorite comic book, Evan? I'm at 64. I'm supposed to be at 61. Dummy. All right, that goes in the Batman box. Box 1. I can do this. All right, got that one done. More Batman. All right, we got New 52. We got the annual number 1. I've been called worse. I don't know what that means, but I'm going to roll with it. I have no idea who it is. All right, we got that one. An Elder Scroll. Never heard of it. All right, from the year of the villain, the infected. All right, we got the Commissioner. All right, it's pretty easy. Dark Knight Metal, number 4. I remember this reading this one. This was very, very good. Nope, never heard of those games. My son might know those games. I don't know those games. I know Call of Duty. That's about as far as I go into it. They weren't bad books. I got some of them here somewhere. All right. There wasn't a bad series. Wally West is pretty good. If I remember correctly, they did that one miniseries or event book, whatever they want to call it, by Tom King, and they made Wally West into the bad guy there. I didn't really understand the point of that, but all right, we got Dark Metal or Dark Knight's Metal number 4. This is pretty good read right here. All right. That goes in the Batman box. I tried really hard to give Flash a good opportunity in my collection, but the writers don't help. I think they were trying too hard to keep up to the TV show at the time, and they didn't do a good job. All right, that one didn't come up. We got to look for that one. It's number 4. All right, what did I do wrong? 6 issues. All right, did something wrong. Ah, we found it. Number 4 again, right? Yep. Add issue. Oh, I'm trying to figure this out. They gave me a new screen to look at now. So I'm trying to figure that part out. All right. Number 2. What is it you collect? I collect baseball cards, comic books, figures, action figures, Star Wars stuff, anything I can think that's fun. Comic books is my main source of stuff here, but we got a bunch of different comic. We got all my junk here. All right. Yeah, we got them here too. There's the bulk of it's over there, and it's I got a right now. I have a couch in front of it, so I'm not trying to get to it. But what's your favorite collectible? Is Batman, X-Men right there with it, and Superman. We have a large variety of stuff though, so we're just trying to get organized. At least I am. All right, I don't speak for nobody but me. What is it you collect? We collect. Marvel Legends is good. I've seen some good Marvel Legends, but I'm just not willing to spend $30 a figure, if not more. They got some really nice looking ones out right now too. I think they've gone a little bonkers with the price. Who invited Bro? What's up, dude? No, I have not read Absolute Batman yet. I have ordered issue 1. I think it's like on the 5th or 7th print, something like that. I got it coming in the mail. I haven't got to it yet though, so we're waiting on that. What is your opinion on Absolute Batman? I want to hear it. Thank you, daughter. I appreciate that. The art looks amazing. I've seen some of the highlights on YouTube, and the art looks amazing. Like I said, I've seen the art on Absolute Superman and Absolute Wonder Woman. All 3 of those books look like they're top notch. Uncle Artie's Bar and Grill. Long hair hippie. I've been called worse than that. Yeah. We are just talking comic books and we're putting stuff in order. We were just doing some death metal. All right, we did Batman earlier on the first live stream. So right now we're working on anything that I can get my hands on. So there's plenty of stuff to grab. Let's do some more death metal. All right, what do we got here? All right, we got Thor, Spider-Man, King in Black. Go Cosmic Ghost Rider. Ooh. And more death metal. So we'll try those. Let's see. We got the Absolute Batman. Dark Knight Metal number 1. This was a good read. It literally got. Oh God. I have issue 1 of that here. All right, we're on the same book that I'm thinking about. I have issue 1 somewhere, but I got as far as issue 1. I did not read it. I'm a big fan of Scott Snyder. I met him in person. He's a really nice guy. I got my, yeah, I'm doing that one. I got my new 52. I thought he did great there. I thought he did really good on the Justice League. I met him during the right when New 52 was like still starting, and he was doing a signing at the comic book shop that's about a 20-minute ride or 20-mile ride from here, and he was really nice. Man actually bought pizza for the whole crowd, and I thought that was exceptionally nice. All right, we have a variant for number 1. He left a good impression on me. Like I met Neil Adams, and not a nice person. I did not think he was a nice person. I thought he came off very rude and like an ornery old guy. I met Jay Lee one time. He's a nice guy. The darker takes, yeah, you know what? Can't go wrong. From everything I've heard, Wonder Woman is top notch as far as that book goes. I'm not going to say anything about the main line of Wonder Woman because I haven't looked at it in a while. All right, we got Daredevil, number 28. No, I have absolutely nothing to say about that one because I don't know a lot about it. I know what magic is. All right, just not my cup of tea. No offense. What's the Marvel crossover that you're referring to? A buddy of mine told me about Batman supposed to be doing a crossover with Deadpool. All right, not interested in it myself, but somebody will like it. I'm trying to keep up to my comments here. Yeah, no offense, daughter. I don't know anything about it. Now, as far as who could beat Wally West, they had a guy did a good video on it. He's pretty much nobody could really beat Flash because he's so fast, but I don't think anybody really can. Because you see, if you what was that one DC book where Flash got infected with the zombie virus, and Superman tried to stop him, and it basically Flash just one of his bones pierced Superman, and he wound up killing Superman. But Superman was, Flash was obliterated. But he was so powerful enough, he took Superman with him. Yeah, Batman trumps everything. I'll give this to Batman. You get for what you're paying for, you get more consistency with that title. Batman did that one issue in Volume 3, somewhere in the 20s. He fought Reverse Flash, and that was a good book. I don't remember if that was Tom King writing or not. It's here somewhere. All right, but that art in that book and that story, like he stabbed Reverse Flash right in the foot with a batarang. Batman can hold his own against anybody. That's why they call him Batman. All right, what's your take on this guy? I want to hear your opinion. I read it. It was okay. It was nothing amazing, but I think the kind of stretching common sense here, because it gets a little ridiculous with some of these creations they've come up with. I did not particularly care for it. All right, it was okay read. That's about as far as I'm going to say on it. Back in there. All right, we'll do Ghost Rider, Cosmic Ghost Rider. If somebody's enjoying it, I'm all for it. You know, there should be something out there for everybody, but it just wasn't my cup of tea. Yeah, I agree with that. I totally agree with that. All right, here's another one. So that was the variant. This is the A cover. I remember that was a hot book when it first came out. The Punisher as Cosmic Ghost Rider. I believe that's how it went. Now we got some Star Wars coming up here. Star Wars, Dark Horse, Empire. What figure are we talking about? Give me some details, daughter. All right, yeah, it was the easy one. All right, we're gonna put Star Wars over here. The Cosmic Ghost Riders. All right, we got Thor now, number one, the Mighty Thor. Cosmic Ghost Rider figure? No, I do not. I'm pretty sure a friend of mine has it. If you want to see some good figures, he's big into figures, is the Warren Show. Check out his channel. It's pretty. He's got a good collection of figures. He's doing very good on it. Whenever I have a question about something like that, I ask him. Very nice guy. Have you tried Ollie's for figures? You got to go to that store, Ollie's. You get a lot of the figures there for like $10. Again, he told me about that. All right, let's see. What did I do wrong? I haven't read this in a while, but my memory serves me correctly. This was very good. Very good. All right. Daughter's in Canada, so we got India, Wyoming, Montana. That's pretty cool stuff. Beckett, if you're gonna do it, wait till this month. I believe it's this month. Might be September, but they're relaunching Batman at #1. So the beginning of Volume 4 is just going to start. So it's a good time to jump in. All right, but we got. I thought this book was good. Yeah, we got to look for deals wherever you can. Like I said, I'm not into spending $30 on a figure. I mean, if there's something really cool that I want, no problem. But just for an average, ordinary figure, not so much. I know you get good deals on, like if you go to the apps for Target, you use the Target app, you can find really nice figures at a decent price. But once the scalpers get them, everything goes up. Amazon's got good deals. Love Amazon. All right, we have a variant cover for issue 2. I thought the concept of that character right there, I forget his name. I thought that was a good concept. And I have his figure somewhere. I have his figure. All right. Now we got number 3. I like to pause a little bit trying to show the books because when I watch other people's videos, I like to see the covers, see if there's something I want. Some guys move really fast when they show the covers. So I like to let you get a chance to see it. All right, we got number 4. Hey, Beckett, you still there? I got a book to show you. Hold on. It's a reprint, but it's cool. It just showed up on the bottom of that pile. Oh, I know that one. I forget where I put my car sometimes. Give me 1 minute, Becky. I got to show you something. All right, next book is, this is the reprint for Flash 123. All right, the beginning of the multiverse. All right, so give me your thoughts on this one, Beckett. I like to hear what you got to say. I got spoiled when I was a cab driver. I used to, whenever I went in the store and came out, I had my own cab, so you could spot my car a mile away. Now I don't have a cab no more. I just do DoorDash. And I go, where the hell did I put my car? Excuse me. Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. I can't afford those big, expensive books unless I find some kind of really good deal. So the reprints come in very handy. Okay. Hold on 1 minute, I guess. Now, people say the reprints suck and all this other stuff. They're like, whatever. Everybody's always negative. But I got this one here. Now, I don't have $1 million. So this one will have to do, will do for me. All right. So that is a cool comic book. I'm sorry. I don't care what anybody says. Do I travel to Middle Earth? Nope. Can't say I do. We're going to put that book in there. Doesn't come up. The original does. But we're not doing that. No. All right, we'll leave that there. Superman. Then you got the reprint for Iron Man. Now, again, this is an expensive book, too. You know, I ain't got that kind of cash to throw around. So the reprints work well. Let's see if we got that one. I just like looking at the covers. All right, sorry, facsimile. All right, there. Boom. All right, let's get some more books. Put these down. What do I want to do? All right, we got some more. And we got Deathstroke. This is a character, in my opinion, they've messed this character up. So, one minute he's a good guy, one minute he's a bad guy. Like, they can't make up their mind which way they're going with this guy. So we got Deathstroke. This is number 3. We're going to put him in the Batman box. Favorite suit design? Good question. Not sure. I really got to think about that. RH, that was different. I give you credit. That was a very different comment. I got to give you nods on that one. That was a different one. All right, we got Deathstroke again. We got number 4. Got Black Canary on the cover. Awesome. Awesome. Batman. All right, Justice League Dark, number 6. All right, that's done. All right, Millennial, number 3. The Gathering. That goes in the Batman box. What issue is that from, Beckett? Give me an idea. I like that one costume, the one of the Flashes had. I forget what his name was called. It was all white and it had the like yellow thunderbolts on it. That one looked pretty cool. That goes in the Batman box. All right, we got Identity Crisis, number 5. I forget the name of that character. Oh, we gotta look for this one. Identity Crisis. How many? All right, right there. Number 5. Let's take a look. All right. Infinity Frontier. All right, so we got that one there. Then it goes into Batman. This also will go into Batman. All right, hold on. All right, what happened? Yeah, I do that a lot. Sometimes, you'll remember it out of nowhere, and other days when somebody confronts you and asks you something, you just can't remember where it was. When you're by yourself, you always remember it. All right, Superman Unchained, director's cut. This is a Scott Snyder book. This was pretty good. I like this one. I don't know if Daughter's still out there, but Daughter, another Scott Snyder book for you here. Yes, Godspeed. Yep. Thank you very much. The costume looked cool. All right. I could not think of that. Thank you. All right. Convergence, which was not a good, it was not one of my favorite story arcs, but you have the birth of Jonathan Kent right there. Delivered by the Flashpoint Batman. Oh, that's pretty cool, Daughter. That's pretty cool. The art, Jim Lee did the art in that, and the art is really good. All right, now here's one of the variants. These things, I don't know what the point of this was, but this is their variant of that time right there. I didn't like that one at all. Variants have come a long way. All right, we got Magog, our Kingdom Come special. Magog. Say that 10 times real fast. I thought the TV show was good. I mean, I'm not going to vouch for how they finished it, but all the way up to about 3/4 of the way through that whole entire thing, it was pretty good. My wife watched it, which, she doesn't generally like comic book stuff, and she enjoyed it. They kind of lost me a little bit with when Iris got trapped in the mirror universe or whatever it was called. I forget what it was called. That part kind of lost me there, but the Supergirl TV show was pretty big in my house. They all watched that one. I think the girl that played Supergirl did a really good job. All right, let's put Superman down. All right. So what are we doing? Oh boy. What do we got here? All right, we'll do this one. Miss Marvel #1. Now, I added this to my Hip Comics app, so I don't think I'm going to use that one no more. Even though you have to pay, that one's free, and Overstreet you have to pay. I think it's worth it. All right, we'll throw this one up. I believe this is the first appearance of Bullseye. Again, that one was in the Hip Comic app. Now I'm adding it to this one. What is everybody's favorite Batman villain? Somebody not named the Joker. We'll throw some Transformers up there now. We got number 3. Somewhere here is my G.I. Joe collection. I have not looked at that in a long time, so I don't even know what box it's in. I know it's in a box. I think it's actually 2, because you got G.I. Joe, you got G.I. Joe Classified. We're going to put these where they were safe. Come on, Beckett, do something better than the Joker. That's easy. That's an easy one. You got Calendar Man. I'm trying to think. There was Catman. I'm trying to think of some of the more unusual ones. Let's see. You have the False Face Society. Penguin, of course. Yeah, we beat that drum till it was dead. Clayface can be good if done right. With the right writer, Clayface can be very good. I'm trying to think of somebody here. Hush. Like I said, I got my opinion on Hush. He's a good character with the correct writer. Firefly, I think, is stupid. He's a dumb character. I'm sorry. Maybe with a better writer and a better idea of what to do with him, he might be better. But all right, we got Batman and Robin, number 14. KG Beast. You know, they had that big uproar because Batman supposedly killed KG Beast in issue around the 50s somewhere, and it wound up he wasn't dead, and they just brought KGB back. I can't say that 10 times fast. KGB Beast. All right, they just brought him back and reimagined whatever it was in the newest book. It's a good character, but I think they misuse him a lot. Let's see. Daughter, who got bricked behind the wall? Condiment King. That's an old one. That's an old one. I think he's actually on the cover of one of the vintage books, Condiment King. Yeah, they got a whole new design for KG Beast. He looks totally different. I think he actually has 2 hands now. Let's see. How about this one? Terminus Wants You. Gentleman Ghost is a good one. That's a good one. All right. Here's one for you. Terminus. I do not remember how this one goes down. I haven't read this one in a long time. All right, but there's one for you. Terminus. Sounds like something out of The Walking Dead. We got issue 10. Yeah, I could see that. Beckett, I think you might have hit it right on the money. Cisco was a good character. I like Cisco. When Cisco's girlfriend died and then he left the show, you know, I thought the girl that played his girlfriend was really good too. How about Legends of Tomorrow? Yeah, it was a good read. I don't think it was necessary though, my opinion. I like how they brought him back. That was good. I think Tomasi's the writer that did that one. And they brought him back. That was pretty cool. He came back with like Superman powers. And how they had to get the powers, had to drain the powers off of him. So, because he was like, he was starting to go a little, the power was getting to his head, if you know what I mean. Then there's another Batman villain, Nobody. Court of Owls is very, very good when done correctly. What is everybody's favorite underrated Marvel character? I would say X-23. Ghostmaker's good. I like Ghostmaker. Although he does look like he's wearing Aladdin's pants from the cartoon. I believe this to be Nobody right there. I could be wrong. Dark Wolverine. Dakin. Now he's Helverine. I got lucky. I went to the comic book show by me a couple of weeks ago, and I was lucky enough. I found Helverine #1 A cover in the dollar box, so I snatched that thing up real quick. We got #6. It is not a book that's meant for young people because it shows you a lot of violence in the world today. Taskmaster, good pick. Silver Surfer, I would say most underused character or misused. You could throw it any way you want to do it. Got to be X-23 in my opinion. They cannot figure out which way they're going with that character. Kind of like what DC does with Deathstroke. And here's everybody's favorite. The Joker. Guys, might be one of my best live streams yet. With as far as audience participation, you guys are doing an awesome job. Did anybody ever read Death in the Family? That's a good book. We got #5. There was a Suicide Squad spinoff. There was the story continued into the Suicide Squad, where Joker went after Harley, and Harley beat his ass. The one part of that story was he goes after her and they're fighting next to like a furnace of some kind. I forget exactly what it was, but it was kind of like the door on the ice, where you go get ice, you open up the cooler. She opens the door as he's coming at her, and she just slams it right into his face. And the artist, I forget who the artist was, he got like Joker, if I remember correctly, Joker's face is like mushed right into the door. It was awesome. Horrible design. Horrible design. I could throw Jason Todd up there with misused. How about weirdest character in the last 10, 20 years? Let's see. Have you read Batman Black and White? I think I have. I cannot recall off the top of my head. I know I have them. All right, they're here somewhere, but I do have them. Art's really good. It's Neil Adams did the art and the writing in it, if I'm not mistaken. All right. I don't remember reading them, though. All right, hold on 1 minute. All right. Batman and Robin. #3. They did the new series for Hush 2, whatever you want to call it. And there's a really gorgeous cover, an A cover, Jason Todd in his costume now. If you look at this art where he's drawn in that ridiculous design, and then you look at that and you go, oh my God, what were they thinking? Who thought of that? Because it was really horrible. What is, all right, this one is for Beckett. Beckett and daughter, what is your favorite Todd McFarlane piece of any kind? It could be an action figure, it could be a comic book, it could be any kind of art print, anything. What is your favorite Todd McFarlane work? I like Todd McFarlane. So you can definitely say he's a self-made man. We got number 2. All right, you got the blue one right here. There's a red one. I don't have that one. Box 1. Now, this is the black one. So I got that. I got to add that one in with picture. All right, it's 4. All right, there's the black one. We got that. Let's get that out of the way. That's cover E. Box 1. All right, box 1. All right, we got that done. One more book, and I got to get back in the house and check on everybody. Spider-Man, yes, good choice. If I remember correctly, his run on Spider-Man was a little hardcore on that first 10 issues. Had that one guy that he wasn't nice. He killed the kids, and Wolverine and Spider-Man showed up, if I remember correctly. I hope I got the right volume. All right, but that was really good. All right, we're going to do 3. I want to get these 3 books done. Now, anybody who doesn't know, that Batman and Robin right there is actually, that's Dick Grayson as Batman. And, of course, everybody knows Damian. But this is actually not bad. Not bad at all. These are going to be my last 3 books to do. And then I got to go check on my family. Tell you what, I gotta remember where the hell I put black and white. All right. The Futures End, New 52, Futures End, Batman and Robin #1. Again, with this one here, if I remember correctly, there's one of these Futures End book where Superman went into the Batcave and he just basically destroys everything. And he winds up destroying the 1966 Batmobile. Really good art, though. All right. And here there is a set of books for this. I think the only one that I'm missing for this whole set would be, and they're all one-shots, is the Batgirl one-shot. All right. This is when Batman came back, when he got lost in time. They did a Batman series called The Road Home. I think it was Bruce Wayne, The Road Home. It's actually by Grant Morrison. It's actually a really good read. This takes place right after that. All right, that's my last one. All right, let's take a look where we're at. All right, we got 75 Batman books done today. And let's see, Superman. Only got it says 11 if I'm seeing it correctly. X-Men got nothing done but X-Men. Spider-Man got some couple of books done. So right now we are at 42 different titles, 110 issues, and I had a good time. It was a really good live stream in my opinion. All right, you guys were awesome tonight. So I hope I see you guys again soon. All right, so I got to get inside. I will talk to you later.